Good morning, bonjour. It's a rainy morning in beautiful Paris. I am in La Défense, a neighborhood in France, in Paris, which is a beautiful neighborhood, a new neighborhood. It's where all the high-tech companies are. And if you do business with a high-tech company or a financial institution or a major corporation, chances are their headquarters are here. Very often their European headquarters are here. It's a great neighborhood. There are hotels here, pretty good restaurants, not as great as downtown in terms of restaurants. Very, very modern, so you don't have the charm maybe of downtown, but it's beautiful and still green and very comfortable and very easy to get around. I've been selling to France for about 30 years, and it's a lot closer culturally to Americans or other Europeans, of course, than China or Japan or Africa. But there still are a few cultural differences that really impact how we sell. And I want to talk about one of those today. And probably the biggest one that impacts selling is how they internalize facts, okay? In America, we are the poster child for essentially announcing a fact and then coming and backing it up with supporting evidence. So let's give this an example. Let's say I'm selling to a company, and my primary problem that I solve is I help deal with a shortage of steel. Okay, so I'm going to come out and I'm going to say, well, there's a shortage of steel, with the assumption that everybody in the room believes that and understands that. And then I'm going to launch a half dozen slides talking about how we got to this situation, why there's a shortage of steel, how come I believe there's a shortage of steel. And that's the typical American way of presenting facts. Americans do this because we're trying to save time, and we get a little fidgety when people start building a case in a presentation. In France, they want to do it the other way around. And if you come out and you put out a fact on a slide, or you say a statement without building up the steps to prove your supporting evidence, you're going to aggravate everybody in the room, and really you're going to lose your audience. What you have to do then is start with the 5 slides saying, well, because of an earthquake in Japan and because of a higher oil price, steel production has been monopolized in certain places, and steel is coming off the market, which means that there's a shortage of steel. And you explain it, and then you reach the conclusion of there's a shortage of steel, which is where you wanted to start with if you were doing this in America. Remember, when you're ready to grow your international sales, reach out to us. We can help.
When you decide it's time to grow your international sales, call us.